Indiscriminate dumping of household refuse has remained a major challenge confronting governments at all levels in Nigeria. It is an age-long practice, and regrettably, it has remained an alternative means of refuse disposal, particularly in rural communities that have no access to reliable refuse removal services. Today, this untidy and unhygienic behavioral pattern is no longer the exclusive preserve of rural communities, as it has crept in a seemingly uncontrollable manner into urban centers, particularly the capital cities across the country, where refuse removal services abound.
Because I don't see myself throwing waste on the road or anywhere. I have to squeeze it inside a polythene bag, put it in my bag, then I take it home where I can dispose it properly. Each time I see people disposing their waste indiscriminately on the streets, on the road, or even urinating, it pisses me off because they are littering the environment. And you know, a healthy environment is a healthy people. So we need to dispose our waste properly.
Waste management in Nigeria is among the very core responsibilities of the government at the local, state and federal levels. It is in view of these that the Federal Ministry of Environment, in conjunction with the United Nations Development Organization, developed a national solid waste management policy to guide effective, sustainable, socially acceptable, environmentally safe and sound management of solid waste in Nigeria. The document, which was presented to the nation on May 10, 2021, is expected to promote a clean and healthy environment for sustainable socio-economic development of the nation. It is also aimed at reducing and eventually eliminating heaps of solid waste in our cities and rural communities, thereby enabling the reduction in associated public health problems. Presently, wastes are managed by the environmental protection agencies and waste management agencies in urban cities and big towns in Nigeria. At the state levels, the state environmental protection agencies and state waste management agencies are in charge of municipal waste management.
In ideal environment, once the waste manager has been introduced to an area and they go into negotiation with the residents, waste are packaged in a polythene bag or in a covered container. When they come, they lift it and put it in their vehicles. You see, it's not supposed to be dropped on in front of the house for the waste manager to convey it, or for the waste management authority to convey it. It is the responsibility of the resident to get a drum if you can't afford to buy the waste containers, where the waste will be put and covered until when the waste managers comes. Where they cannot do that, they are supposed to take the waste in a covered container to the waste dump area destination, that is waste collection points. Boundary between the Mararaba and Nyanya. You see, most of the waste in the morning, if you go there and stood by, let's say 7 o'clock, you discover that most of the wheelbarrows bringing waste, they are bringing it from Nyanya. Initially, we used to, at least by 10, 11, would have finished evacuating for the day and wait for the next day, and now keeping the waste there. But now we station vehicles there for almost 24 hours.
Despite these efforts at ensuring a clean, tidy and hygienic environment, the menace with its accompanying health hazards has regrettably remained on the surge, a situation that has promoted many to resort to self-help.
There's a heap of refuse here. So because of that heap of refuse, there is hazardous to the health of the inhabitants of this place. So we can't continue living in a dirty environment. The truth of the matter is that the government should have been the people to undertake this type of job, but we can't keep waiting for them since the effect of the refuse is on our health. So we have to do it ourselves.